Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to that synth show. Tonight we're just going to be talking about some breaking synth news, relaxing, checking it out. I got a little bit of jazz in the background. I think I got everything set up here. Just let me double check it. One thing. Welcome to the end of the earth, man. Right where you belong. We got Twin Cities Oxygen, Banana Riders in the house. I think we got all the fellas in here. Mark Anderson's here. What's happening? I'm just perusing the news, relaxing in the studio. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I just throw the camera on, see what everyone's doing, and we can check it out. We can check it out together. What's up, Banana Rider? Woohoo! Yeah, Ric Flair. So let's jump on over and start checking it out, man. I hope you guys had a good week. Hope you checked out my latest jam. Man, I'll tell you what, the 13 Days Behind the Ice Wall album is shaping up to be something pretty spectacular. Will it ever get finished? We don't know. It depends. If I ever make it to the end, then it'll get finished. But I did a great little jam there the other day. I was pretty happy with it, actually. A lot of times I'm not, but that one there, it's pretty happy with it. I was edited a live jam in Saddle for a little bit, not too long, a couple days, you know, a couple weeks, but I'm always playing the synths. But to ride the lightning with the camera turned on from scratch is something it's pretty special when you do it. It feels different. There's some pressure and you kind of get lost in it with this weird pressure on you. So it's different. I don't know. I've never played music live in front of people. I only started playing synthesizers in 2020. I guess the first time I ever touched an instrument basically was 2020. And yeah, I picked up a synthesizer, started playing around. My buddy gave me a synthesizer. If you guys been around here, you know the story. And it was pretty cool. And now here we are, just jamming away in a room full of synths. And I'll just give you a little quick look of what we got going on in the background here, so I can show you. Let me see. Is it that one? No, I think it's this one right here. Yeah, this is where we are, man. This is the space shuttle. This is the ship. I told you before, I got a couple spots I gotta fill. I think I'm gonna drop a TE-05 up here, and I think I might be dropping I don't know what over here. Right here? Not sure what I'm gonna put there. What do you guys think I should throw in that little spot? That's the question. That's the question we're looking for. And that's the answer that's gonna come at some point when I figure it out. But I don't gotta figure it out now. Now I need to take it easy. I need to get finished on this experimental interactive album that I'm doing. And once that's all cleared up, then we can get into something a little crazier, which is putting a few more pieces in the spaceship. Because I also got the RC505 out of Boss that I got to throw in here somewhere. So we got a whole lot going on. But the main point is we've got some synth news to cover today. And I'm the one that's going to bring it to you. And I'm going to bring it to you hot. All right? Just whacking around here, checking everything out. Let me get back over to the main screen. So if I was looking over here, this is what we got popped up first. We've got the beautiful and weird and wild, this Love synthesizer. Now I know if anybody's been following this, I actually thought this freaking thing was tiny, but it's actually not tiny. It's massive. It's gigantor for what I thought it was. And we get to watch the little demo. Here's the picture of it. I know people are like, man, this thing is a little mini, a skinny little mini. What's up, Apollo? This is a skinny little mini right here. It's got that beautiful pink. You know I'm a sucker for pink. Look at the logo. Look at the Synth Samurai up in the top left corner, baby. Hey, Apollo Hanzo, I gotta tell you, my friend, I am absolutely loving the evolution of your streaming platform you're presenting to the world, dude. It's looking amazing. The overlay effects are awesome. I'm really enjoying it. Twin Cities Oxygen, I gotta tell you, there's something super soothing as well about the the fish tank streams you're doing, man. It's very cool too. So I'm enjoying that as well with the music in the background. Super cool. So I'm loving watching the evolution of everybody's streams happening. I think it's very, very cool. What's up, Rourke? Rourke, another absolutely legendary live streamer. Also doing amazing live streams this day. Pure Behringer bro. And a big time synth renegade as always. Yeah, so man, we're checking this out today. So thanks all for joining us. A little more subdued. I threw on some jazz today because I told Echo Craft earlier today that, you know, man, this is the season to kind of take it easy. Summer's coming. You got to relax. You got to shake off that winter anger and get back into groove of chilling. So we got a little jazz in the background to tame Samurai. I'm thinking about changing my name from Synth Samurai to Reggae Samurai. I'm about to do some white boy reggae track because I got it planned out. And I don't know if I should let you in or tell you, but I got day 1 and day 2 mapped out in my mind for 13 days beyond the ice wall. And what I got planned is the first day. Actually, I'm going to keep a secret. I'm going to keep a secret. Now, I might live stream it. I might not. I might keep the whole thing a friggin' secret now till it's done. I got to figure it out. It's some things to figure out, but let's check this out. Let me jump over to the mainframe news screen. Well, bam, right here. Here we go. Let me get my live chat populated and pulled in. There we go. Came down from Icewall for one more time to get some gear news, baby. That's right, I had to come back to give you the news. I couldn't wait for it. This is a 4-part multi-timbral, flexible modulation, 2 stereo and 4 mono outputs. Do you understand? Do you understand what we're saying here? 2 stereo and 4 mono outputs. This thing is an absolute mini monster, okay? For those that don't know, this is a mini monster, baby, okay? Absolutely gorgeous. I love the look of it. We got a riff arpeggiator. We got a microtonal tuner. We got multiple effects, including reverb, delay, and chorus. We got a 4x4 looper. Sync in and out, polyphonic, MIDI in and through, patch sharing, USB-C, baby, and wireless connectivity, battery option, and a built-in friggin' speaker. But you know what? Get the goddamn built-in speaker out of here. Nobody wants a friggin' built-in speaker. Stop wasting your hard acquired cash putting built-in speakers in these things. Please, please. We all use cans that sound way better than the speakers. We all use monitors. Stop wasting very important money putting built-in speakers in, okay? Nobody wants any of that crap. All right, so let's check it out. We got a video on this. The music, oh, it's this guy saying the music in the demo is awful. Yeah, you know what? If you want a real deal demo, you get that thing over to me because I'm about to buy it with my own cash. I give companies very short window. If you don't send me the synthesizer, I'll go buy it myself. And then it's all left up to chance, baby. Because if you send it to me, I'll glaze it. But if I got to buy it myself, I'll still glaze it. All right, let's roll. Let's see what this young lady's got to do here and what she's done with it. Let's check it out. Let me turn down the old jazz and hear what she's got.
Hello, thank you so much for showing up. I'm here with Love Synthesizers. You're going to see 3 of us here. You're going to see Stenen Rocket Ship or DJ Aeroplane and Spaceship,
okay,
doing a little performance at the end with one of our synthesizers. My colleague Markus will come here and help me out a little bit, but I'm Kauri, and I'm here with the First Love Composer synthesizer, which we are about to release and deliver early next year. And I want to show a little bit of its features and talk a little bit about the synthesizer itself. So, Composer synthesizer.
You know, why are these guys so nervous? What are you nervous about?
What this means is that inside this we have a little bit of a looper, loop combiner, sequencer going on. We have a microtonal string where you can play any instrument inside it. It's a 4-part multi-timbral FM synthesizer, and each of the timbres
We're saying my microphone output's low.
can be played individually.
It is what it is.
Or listen to its own
you just got to turn
MIDI
up your
channel,
volume.
so you can sequence into it with four For a channel
Turn it up
score,
louder.
you can have it absolutely standalone and kind of build the sequences themselves. Choose your own microtonal scale on the microtonal string, set that up, and then play it as an instrument in any scale, not only the 12 conventional notes.
Crescent, you like built-in speakers? Oh my God. You know what's, there's only one thing worse than a friggin' built-in speaker, dude, and that's a VSTD, okay? There's only one thing worse than a piece of hardware, and that's a VSTD. The built-in speakers, my opinion, some people love them. I think it's an absolute waste of money, and I think, for example, on my Juno X I got right here, the Juno X got built-in speakers. Let me jump over here. Hopefully Buddy will beat out the nerves once we get back. I got the Juno X right here. You see it? Right there? Right here? Juno X. This thing got built-in speakers. Absolute pure trash. The speakers in this are 100% grade A garbage. So they wasted a ton of money putting speakers in this thing for no reason because they sound like crap. The first time I turned on this thing, I had to figure out how to turn the speaker off. That's the first thing I do. If I get a synthesizer with a built-in speaker, immediately, ravenously, I look for to turn off the built-in speaker section. And Juno, Roland put built-in speakers in that, and I think it's the biggest mistake they've ever made. And I think any company that puts built-in speakers in their synthesizers, it's the greatest, most fatal error you could ever make, because you could have threw a few more knobs on there for us rather than a stupid old crappy sounding friggin' FM radio speaker. All right, back to the show.
But any microtonal scale you like. What I want to do, though, is just start looking a little bit at the sound-shaping heart of the First Love synthesizer itself. So each part here, we're looking at...
I don't use monitors. I use headphones. No monitors. I'm anti-monitor.
One of them.
When I use monitor, I feel like there's someone in the room breathing on me, and I don't like that.
Is a 4-operator FM synthesizer. And right now, it's set up in a certain way, and I'm just going to kind of remove one operator, listen to what that sounds like. I might even go ahead and listen to a couple of the presets that we made. But I'm going to just start with a very simple sound here, and look at how it kind of allows you to stay in flow and build up your own sound.
Now, is this cat playing them through the built-in speakers, or is he playing them through the actual thing?
From scratch. So I'm going to add another operator again. Let's listen to what it sounds like when you add it. I'm just going to stay with...
Oh, this guy's got the Samsung touchscreen. I bet you they sourced the screens off of Samsung for this thing. Anybody got any knowledge in the chat? Anybody got any knowledge in the chat?
A simple algorithm and kind of go ahead and play a little around.
I'm a polyamorous synth lover, baby. I'm VSTD free. You can guarantee that. You ask Echo Craft. I don't go near to things. Okay? When I go to Echo's house, when he pulls up his VSTs, 2 black rubber gloves go on. Don't want to touch it.
With the values. Right here, I'm looking at the amplitude of one of the modulators.
Cool.
And the frequency as well. It helps you a little bit out when you're using the touchscreen by landing on whole notes. But we don't want to go the way of just allowing exact places.
Cool. Let's go ahead a little bit and see what else it's got.
And change the tempo of it a little bit just through the modulation, through the square waves.
You can never spend too much money on a display. We are visual beings. We are kinetic beings. I like the idea of this looking like an old school kind of gaming console. And touchscreens are where it's at, man. You just got to learn to wash your hands more. You know? Get all that chip grease off your fingers before you play with your Love FM synthesizer, all right?
Into the distance here, go into the amplitude envelope, and
what a lot of people don't understand is, let me jump back over here. I got a, if you see it here, I got a Korg opsix right here. As far as FM synthesizers go, a lot of people find them confusing. If you go back to the old school DX7, DX1, all them, hard to program. Some people can't wrap their head around it, you know. People like digging deep and dirty, you know. Some people just want to touch it, they want to twist it, and they want to get some beautiful sounds. The Korg opsix, to me, is one of the greatest FM synthesizers ever invented on the face of the earth. Shout out to Korg for doing that. I love it. Wish I could get the Mark II, but I can't. Instead, I'm stuck with the big old plastic box. But you know what? I love them. I love all the Korgs. I'm a Korgie. I got like 6 Korgs in here. All right, don't tell Behringer, but I think I got more Korgs than Behringers. But just keep that between us, okay? Now, when it comes to FM, you say they put too big a touchscreen on it, but the point is this gives you absolute twiddly diddly control over this beautiful thing with this touchscreen. You know, it gives you absolute visual tactile experience. When you combine visual and tactile, now you're cooking with gas.
Just kind of work with the attack.
Everything has to be for everybody. Oh, it's not for everybody. I'm gonna get it, actually. I'm probably gonna pick this thing up. I don't know. I gotta think about it a little longer, but as of right now, just visually, I'm a sucker for looks. Do you know what I mean? I'm a huge sucker for looks. And this thing has caught my eye, and it's got me thinking. I need to get a little closer to it, right? That's how I feel right now. I'm like, I need to get a little closer to that thing. Check out what's going on here, okay? It sounds, oh, damn, bro, dude. Come on there, Apollo, bro. It's a bit early in the evening for you to be getting down right and dirty, isn't it? What time is it over there? All right, let's keep moving for a little more, and then we're going to move on to the next one. I just got to say, I mean, all love, all respect, but listen, you got 2 bros there. I can't do it. I don't want to be throwing any shade. It's a cool synthesizer. These guys are doing their thing. I'm going to get my hands on this and I'm going to demo it properly. Cresthead, what is the price? Good question, my man. I think it's like 500 bucks. Let's see if they got the price down the bottom here. 419 euros. Who's the immediate calculator? What's 419 euros? What's up, Harmonic Sonics? 419 euros for this thing. That's what, 550 bucks or something? 550 bucks. Okay. So it sounds cool.
Results.
350?
Shall we figure out a way to end this drone? Oh, I know. Let's take them all for a little bit of trip to...
Trip down Scratchy Lane. That's where we're going to take it. Just call it 420. All right, we'll call it 420. 420 bucks, 399 pounds, 450 euros. Can somebody give me an actual price in American dollars today? Go to xe.com, type in 399 pounds, pop the friggin' exact price in the chat, please. Thank you. That would be much nice and appreciated. Okay? All right, so that's the FM Beauty. We'll check out a little more of that later. Now, this is another little cool one I saw that I was checking out, and I was looking around everywhere for it, couldn't find much about it, but this is the Frack Noise, I think they say it, Melancholytron, a weird little synthesizer, strange, but absolutely gorgeous looking, and I think it's cool, man. Let's see what they say about it. Pricing, availability, nothing. Great. Thanks for the article. Okay, let's check this out.
So welcome everybody who came, and everybody who didn't came is also welcome.
Oh, bro, take it easy.
To this presentation of my instrument. Actually, it's a presentation about a book. Can you shortly switch to the camera?
All right, this is interesting. Already, you've caught my attention. Let me put you on the big screen for catching my attention.
It's about this book. Well, you can even see it. It's a book about melancholy, and it has all kind of stories about melancholy, illustrations, and even some explanations. though explanation are always bullshit, as we know. Nevertheless, I tried to do some explanation. So I discovered there are several forms of melancholy. For example, nostalgic melancholy or romantic.
All right, update. The Love FM synthesizer, Love Synthesizer FM, whatever they call it, is only a cool $452, half the price of a Moog Messenger. $420 all day, baby. Let's just call it $420, Eternian. That's right. What's up, Eternian? What's up? Yeah, so I think, yes, Doc Brown. I think I might get the friggin', I might get the Love FM. I might get the Love FM. But now we've moved on. We're on to Frack Noise Melancholytron. And this is a story. It's a book. It's pretty friggin' high level stuff this cat's got going on here. This might be too high level for me.
Melancholy or melancholy of missed opportunities, all that kind of stuff. So I made a book about that. And if you get the book, you get the synthesizer for free. And
I love it. I love it. I love the double, reverse, super, quadruple, platinum truffle. All you got to do is buy my book. Buy my book for, I don't know, what is he selling, $500 and you get a synth for free. I like that. I like that, brother. I like it. Dude, I'm not going to lie either. The Mantis video got me thinking. The Mantis video had me thinking so much that I went and wrote PWM Mantis and I said, PWM, listen, absolutely love your company. I've done about 6 videos on the Mantis now. I can't afford a friggin' Mantis, bro. Listen, I'm a blue collar synth bro, okay? I can't afford to be going out and just buying a Mantis so I can lollygag around the room whipping up sounds on that thing. But I tell you what, I think there is nobody on planet Earth that can do a better demo of a synthesizer than me. I think I'm the best. And that might sound weird. I just think I'm the best, you know? I think I'm the best, hands down. I'm the best demo man, hands down. I'm the best glaze artist, hands down. I'm a little rough around the edges, boy, but that's what keeps it clean, okay? So I wrote him, I said, listen, I don't think this thing got the play it deserved. I think all the big boys have drowned it out. I think everybody's kind of sucked all the air out of the room. And I think one of the greatest synthesizers of all time, the PWM Mantis, Chris Huggett's last creation, one of the greatest synthesizers of all time, the creator of the Wasp, the creator of the Oscar, the creator of the Summit, the Novation, the Base Station, and on and on and on. And I said, I don't think everybody's gave this thing the love it deserves. Shout me out one. Here's my plan. I got 3 videos for you. I'm going to do a live stream right out of the box, open her up, and just let her rip. Then I'm going to do a patch design one where I get it together and I run it through some friggin' effects pedals because I got a bunch and see what this thing can do. And after I'm done that, I'm going to do another live stream where I'm going to integrate it into the spaceship and I'm going to show the power of the Mantis once it's integrated into an actual super well thought out setup with someone who actually plays their gear. That's what I said. And you know what they said? Nothing. So, man, I got to buy it myself and shillbilly it the proper way.
Now we can switch back to the presentation. Thank you. And I will now play something. So, well, as you notice, you're here now at the Gesprachsconcert about the Melancholytron. My name is Allard Krijger. What we're going to do, I'm going to talk about the Melancholytron, what it is, who it is, it's not a who did it, about melancholy in general, and I'm also going to talk about conceptual sound design.
Cool. I just want to hear the sounds, bro. Let's get to some sounds. Right here, looks like his fingers are touching.
Even when you play a happy melody, it still sounds sad, this instrument. Everybody knows this melody, it's a really happy melody. Oh, I can't do that here. That. So if I played it on this,
it's got that lo-fi gritty, man. It's got that little bitty bitty. Seems like it's had his heart broken a few times. You know what I mean? Sounds like a man who's had his heart broken so many times that even when the most wonderful melody comes out of his mouth, it comes out through the filter of heartbreak. I dig it.
it's still sad. So that also, I also draw the conclusion that everything that's told to us with music theory about this thing, major is more open and happy and minor is more smaller and sad. Don't listen to that, it's complete bullshit. Because it's not in the harmony, it's not in the melody, it's in how the sound progresses, how the sound moves. That.
All right, man, this dude likes that word bull. You know what? I try to keep it clean on here, man, you know? Not that I don't like swearing. It's just I try to reserve swear words for the moments that they actually matter. If you hang around with me, I don't swear that much. So when I do swear, the whole room's like, okay? That's what I reserve my linguistic cannonballs for moments that they're deserved. I ain't just throwing it out for nothing, okay? I'm throwing it out for effect.
Makes a sound sad or happy, or actually that's what communicates the emotion that we're trying to put in music, I think. And I think I just proved that scientifically. So Melancholy in a summary, its impressions are, it's a bit diffuse, it's quite slow, unstable, simple, and also a bit dark. So all the sounds I made, they sort of comply to these standards, or standards, parameters, whatever. And
all right.
Oh, you heard already.
All right, let me recap. Okay, so we got a 20-minute video. Here's the recap. This man, who's an absolute genius, wrote a book. In the book, there's some sad stories and some other stuff in there. I don't know because I haven't read it yet. If you buy the book, you could get the synth for free. The synth is a gorgeous looking thing, but it also looks like it's been hurt. You know what I mean? The wood isn't super polished. The covering looks like it hasn't had the shine it deserves. The keys look like they've been stained with the nicotine brushed fingers of a chain smoker. And the titles on everything, just reading the actual word produces a feeling of sorrow. Okay? That's the synth. Next. When you play this thing, there's some type of lo-fi mechanism this cat is built in there, like we just said, that every melody you play comes through the filter of heartbreak. So no matter, you could put Nelly's Hot in here through that thing on a MIDI clock or whatever, put a MIDI file in there, a MIDI pack, whatever, throw it in, run it through this beauty, Nelly's Hot in here, probably one of the greatest musical masterpieces of all time, okay? You could put Nelly's Hot in here through there or Snow's Informer, and it would still sound like heartbreak. I think he just made an absolute legendary synthesizer. I'm tempted to buy the book just so I can get the synth. All right, let's hear some sounds, finally.
And this will be an improvisation, so I really don't know what's going to happen. So we have to, go and live through this.
Chris said, the demo guy needs a demo, not talk about it like it doesn't exist. I know, dude. I think he's even shocked that he brought it. You know what I think happened one night? I think he was out somewhere and he stepped outside of his log cabin in the middle of winter somewhere up in Norway, and he was just after getting his heart broken. His missus left him. She took the works, and he just went out on the deck and he started crying. And the tears were so filled with sorrow that it created the shape of this thing. It created the knobs. The good Lord put the tears onto the porch in the shape of this synthesizer, and he looked at it, and in one moment he said, finally, I can give the world the sadness that I have felt, I can share it with everybody. And that's what he did. All I picture is some, like, you know, hunched over dude in like a tattered wool sweater walking through, like, you know, 4 a.m. in the morning. It's freezing cold, street lights above him, just shivering, and he's walking and he's walking and he's trying to understand what happened. It was true love. It was everything. It was, you know, I gave my heart and soul to this. How could she? And like, this is the noise that's playing in his head as he walks the block for the 20th time. I mean, I think I need this thing. I don't know. I like, you know, I was born in darkness, okay? Do you understand that? I was born in darkness, okay? I was in darkness for 9 months before I entered this dimension. 9 months of darkness. Do you understand what that's like? Do you understand what it's like to be in darkness for 9 months in the womb and be fully conscious and have the exact same thoughts as I do right now? When I was in the womb, I haven't changed since I was born. All right. As soon as I started talking, talked exactly like this. Grade 6, had a beard. Grade 6, tallest guy in my class. Everyone was like, what's going on with this cat? And I was thinking about everything, nonstop, 24/7. I need this synthesizer. I was a man before I was a boy. You're right. I'm going in reverse. I'm Benjamin Button, okay? I'm Benjamin Button right now. I'm going in reverse. I went from a man to a boy, okay? I'm going to be a baby soon. Yeah, I like it. What's up, Robbie, Pro Synth Network? I like it, dude. I'm liking it. I'm liking the melancholy. I like the dark vibes. I like the darkness. And the reason is because when I'm listening to this, my imagination's running wild. I'm already thinking of the stories that could be created if I got my hands on this thing. I mean, the thing is, I got this. A Mel9 by Electro Harmonics pedal, which is a Mellotron simulator. Now, what I've done is I take this and I run this into my Hologram Electronics Chroma console, okay? And I pretty much got a Melancholytron right there. I got a Melancholytron with that combination because when the Mel9 pedal, which is a Mellotron emulation pedal, is awesome for synthesizers, get one and run it through some delay and reverb and some chorus or whatever you want to do, and boom, boom, baby, you got yourself something pretty special, okay? When I run this through the Chroma console, you know what happens? This kind of crap happens. immediate darkness ensues. Cool. Robbie just said, posted there, the majority of the samples in there are from, hold on, what did he say? The majority of the samples used in it are from Allard's collection of Casio Home. Crazy. Isn't that crazy? Robbie, does Synth got built-in effects in it, or is it just dry as a decrepit banana? Or does it got effects to make it sizzle? All right, so that's the Melancholytron. Let's move on now. We got lots of stuff to get to tonight. Let's move on. Let's move on. Put on the jazz for a minute. All right, let's X that window out. We'll X the FM one out, and we'll move on to this one, the Tatsuyuki Takakasha. All right, Tatsuya Takahashi. Tatsuya Takahashi is how you say it. All right, that's how you say this man's name. Tatsuya Takahashi. That's how you pronounce it. Now he's got, you don't pronounce it like a white guy, right? You don't go Tatsuya Takahashi, nice to meet you. If I met the dude at Superbooth, I'd roll up and I'd be like, Tatsuya Takahashi. Is how I would and I'd say, how you doing? I'm SYNTH Samurai, bro. And he'd be like, how you doing? He'd look at me like, I am Takuya Takahashi. You have to say it with the throat. All right? Because Japan's amazing. All right, so let's check this one out. We got this acoustic instrument that has been shown to us called the new Phase 8. It's been around and popping up all over the creation. And this is the first actual, what looks like might be a for sale prototype of some sort here. And do I like it? I'm a Korgi. I don't know if I like it. I don't think so, but maybe. Yeah. Shout out to Yoel Romero. He goes like this. This is how it goes. All right, Yoel Romero. Everything is possible. Ready? Greatest Cuban MMA fighter of all time. Goes like this. Everything is possible when you believe. When you believe, everything is possible. You have two hands, like me. So go. Go take whatever you want to take. Yoel Romero, everything is possible. All right. So anyways, this is the new Phase 8 synthesizer by Tatsuya Takahashi. Now let's see what it's got.
Yeah, we're in day 2. It's been a busy one. It's been particularly exciting because we're basically showing what the product's going to be.
Yes.
It's not quite in production yet, but everything you see at Superbooth is basically what we call tooling samples. It means we've tooled up, we've made the molds for mass production, and these are the first samples coming out from the factories. When we started Korg Berlin, there was this big idea, like we didn't want to just repeat what was already on the market. I've personally made many subtractive synths.
Did I hear a ping pong ball in the background? Somebody playing beer pong back there? Listen. Listen. Listen for a ping pong ball. I think people playing beer pong behind them.
I've personally made many subtractive synths during my time in Tokyo with Korg. And yeah, we really wanted to do something different. And the thing that was really kind of attractive for us was...
What's up, T-Bone? Yeah, we just ran into a full minute of, to be honest, you know what happens sometimes? I'm listening. What's up, Tony Black, NYC? Great channel, man. Go check them out. All the Renegades, man. Go check out Tony Black, man. Awesome. Great stream, great channel. Thoroughly enjoy it. I've been tuning in every time it streams. And I like it, man. I find it great. All right, so we got Takahashi. Talking about it, man. Korg's been talking about it for 4 years. Can we please finally hear some sounds? Tatsuya, let's go. Where is it? Can we hear it? Okay, here we go. Without further ado, 4 years later, let's go.
Should I turn it up? You know, you can do all sorts of stuff that's...
4 years for this. I mean, you know, I'm a corgi. I always got to say it. I always got to preface it. Like, have a look right here. I mean, I got to show you this just for the hell of it. I mean, I got a Korg Minilogue XD, okay? I got a wavestate. I got a opsix. I got a modwave. I got a drumlogue there behind me. I got, what else do I got? I got a friggin' gigantic Korg mixer out in the back. And I'm telling you, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this thing is. 4 years into making. How much money did they put into making this thing? Seriously, this is a question. And they must have got a university grant of some type of government grant that this thing here was going to be made with all green money, right? That's how they funded this thing. This synthesizer by Korg, produced in Europe or wherever in Germany's R&D factory. This synthesizer will improve the climate because it is zero carbon synthesizer, and they got all this government money because it makes no damn sense why they would spend 4+ years making this. And what makes even less sense is that he would roll over here and not even plug it into an interface to let people hear what it actually sounds like. We got to listen to it through some cat's broke down iPhone.
That's very, very haptic. You can actually, if you put your finger on here, you can even, louder? You can even feel, is it kind of, you can feel how it's vibrating as well. So it's got many of the kind of, the liveness or the aliveness that an acoustic instrument had.
Hold on, who's this? Wait a minute, what did we see here? Ashlyn. Ashlyn, a lot of people in here not liking the episode. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean not liking it? I can see, looks to me right now, there's about 436 people in the chat right now. And there's only one person who said, you know what? You didn't even say you didn't like it. You just said other people don't like it. So that's like Echo Craft calling me up being like, listen, man, my brother's sister's cousin has a niece who knows this guy who was a teacher who had a student 10 years ago. And he said, that's what Echo does to me. So that's Ashlyn. What's up, baby? What's up, baby girl? Listen, everybody's loving this show. Come on. I mean, this is the hottest show next to Tony Black and Pro Synth Network, okay? This is the third hottest show on the internet. You understand? This is the third hottest show. And Tony Black and Pro Synth Network are tied for first.
We've got some pitch EG stuff here. You know, so we're kind of really trying to marry the two worlds together. So, you know, it's fun as a synthesizer, it's fun as an acoustic instrument as well. But our team is...
hold on, Ashton. Oh, Ashton, all right. I'm sorry. Hit the like button. I got to do that. Thank you, Ashton. You know what? Thank you, Ashton. Hold on. Ashton's legit. Let me see something here. Ashton, hold on a second. Let me do something real quick. Where are you, Ashton? You keep... So many people are commenting. I'm losing control. Ashton, where are you? Wait a minute. There she is. I was trying to do something specific, like... I have to do it later. Because that's not working for some weird reason. All right, do it later. Forget it. Carry on. Have fun. Yeah, go ahead and hit the like button if you want to. If you don't want to, I don't care. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want to. Cool. If you don't, whatever. Just hang around. Before I made my channel, I didn't subscribe to nobody. I never even really understood what subscribe even did. Before I made the channel, I was just like, I didn't like anything and I didn't subscribe to nothing. I didn't even think about it. I just watched everything. And then when I made a channel, I was like, oh, sometimes it feels good when someone subscribes to you. So I just subscribe to everybody all the time. Pop, pop, pop. That's all I do pretty much. Break, Bop, 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 just subscribe all day. Because I'm like, you know what? One more subscriber for that person is going to make them have a better day. Subscribe all day to anybody. I don't care if you got a moonshine channel. I don't care if you're showing me how to do Pilates. I don't care if you're talking about synthesizers, and I don't care if you're getting on there showing me the greatest adult Lego castle that's ever been built, and then you go drop kick it and knock it over. I'm subscribing to everybody. So all we do here is say, you know what? Have a good time, and if you want to subscribe, subscribe. That's the only rule.
It's pretty small. We have we're a company of 10 people, of which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are engineers, including myself.
I apologize to Ashland, though. I read that wrong. I read that not a lot of people were liking it in here, and that can be taken a couple different ways. And I think I took that the wrong way, because you know what? I was listening to something the other day, Symptoms of Reality. Shout out to Symptoms of Reality. I was listening to a show yesterday, and I was like, carrying on, the boys were having chat, talking about whatever, and I was like, okay, it's cool, whatever, listen, whatever. Got in there, and then at one point in the show, Trusto, God bless his heart, beautiful man, beautiful family, said, I like Synth Samurai because everyone else hates them. And I'll tell you what, bro, I've been thinking about that for like 48 hours. I was like, damn, dude, people don't like me? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I guess if they don't, then it is what it is. I mean, I don't think I've done nothing wrong, have I? What have I done? What have I done? I let the world know that there was a synth mafia. I let the world know that there was a group of people behind the scenes in the synthesizer industry that act as gatekeepers. I let the world know that most people on YouTube, when they show you a synthesizer, it was sent to them for free or they got a creator discount. I let you know that there's secret parties at synthesizer conventions that certain people get invited to. And I don't know what they do in there, and you don't want to know either. Okay? That's all I did. That's all I did. Is that a crime? Have I committed a crime? To be shunned and hated? God almighty. I'm just a guy up here with a cool pair of sunglasses who cuts his own hair so he can save a little extra money to take his missus out for a steak dinner with a side of ketchup every once in a while. Damn. People gotta hate. All right, let's continue. I'm done with this, actually. New Phase 8? No thanks. All right. Electro-harmonic intros, Ocean's Abyss, Advanced Reverb Laboratory. Now this is something I like. Thank you, Cresthead. Hit the like button, baby. If you don't mind, hit the like button ×2. Love it here. What's up, you Robbie Taylor? Love you too, man. I love you all. I love this episode. What's up, Synthepotamus? What's happening? God, where's Echo Craft? He's taking a nap during the show. I was expecting to see Echo in here. I even sent him a text message. Ashlyn, what's saying, Ashlyn? This is one of the best shows on YouTube. Much love. Ashton, you're one of the best people on YouTube. Much love to you too. Straight up. All right. Electro Harmonics. Like I was just telling you, I got the Electro Harmonics Mel9 pedal up there. And this thing is an absolute monster. Now, the late, great Hayes Anderson, who's left us, and he's gone his own way, he recommended the Mel9 pedal to me. He said, you know what? I was on a big Mellotron kick, and I was like, man, I got to get the Mellotron. Hit my hey, DJ, hit my music. Thank you. Thank you. The DJ don't want me to tell his name, but I'm going to have us tell his name at some point. All right. Echo Craft's in the house. Is he blind? Oh, Echo's here. What's up, baby? Echo Craft, one of my most favorite human beings on the face of the earth. Absolutely love this man. No Diddy. And yeah, he's one of the best cats going, man. If you don't know Echo Craft, which I don't know anybody who doesn't know Echo Craft. Echo's in the house. Thank you for the $2, baby. Appreciate it. You know where that's going? That's going in my Mantis fund. So I can buy the Mantis and show the world what an absolute monster this is and crush the Moog Messenger. Crush it. Crush it into oblivion with a 2-voice, 4-note paraphonic absolute monster. All right. $2 for the $2. I like it. Attaboy. Thank you, Echo. Thank you, Banana Rider 69, baby. We love it. All right, so let's move on to this pedal. This is cool. This is Electro Harmonics Intros, the Ocean's Abyss Advanced Reverb Laboratory. 99 cents, baby. That's it. We love it. Thank you, Conductive. We appreciate it, man. Nothing like a 99. Listen, shout out to the Wayne Gretzky donation. All right. Electro Harmonics has introduced the Ocean's Abyss Advanced Reverb Laboratory, new hardware effects designed for immersive reverb effects. Okay? You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I'm hyped too, Harmonic Sonics. I'm fired up. Feeling it now. This jazz music got me feeling good. Listen, man, if you got 99 cents left in your wallet, just give it to me. Might as well give it to me. You know I'm gonna stretch the 99 cents as far as it can get stretched. You know that. You know I respect the value of a dollar. You know how long and hard I think before I buy anything. Longer than anybody. I just don't go out there willy-nilly like Echo and buy a Moog Muse, you know? Or Machines 1 fill my house with modules, okay? Or Hans Volt buy the whole Soviet collection from Vladimir Putin. Do you think I'm out there doing that? No, I'm deliberate. I'm focused. Nobody understood why I acquired this setup, which I'll give it to you real quick right now. Nobody out there understood the synthesizers I was acquiring. Nobody understood why I got the Wasp, the Model D, the Neutron, the Ambient Zero by Sonicware, the RD6 by Behringer, the Minilogue XD by Korg, the Mel9 pedal by Electro Harmonics, the Hologram Microcosm, okay? What else do I got? The Behringer Monopoly, probably the greatest synthesizer ever made on planet Earth. Easy, hands down, price to enjoyment ratio. I got the Korg modwave, not my favorite, but it has a very specific purpose. And that purpose is to go through the right channel in my pedal chain, into a chorus, into a delay, into a reverb, and the Monopoly goes into the right chain, creating an insane stereo atmosphere that has been told by many to probably be one of the greatest stereo immersive effect atmospheres anybody's ever created. Then I got the Korg opsix right here. Hands down, best FM synthesizer ever made, easily. By far. By far. By far. Up here, we've got the wavestate. Everyone wonders why I got a wavestate. I got a wavestate because I use the sequencer into opsix. I MIDI that out into the wavestate. I control my wavestate sequence, and that sequence runs a sequence through the wavestate. And then the wavestate adds an inner and outer, a coming and going layer that I can change that multiple times during a live jam, seeming like a new performer has walked into the room. Maybe I'll show you in a little bit. Then over here, I got the Korg Multipoly, the latest addition to the collection. Absolutely enormous monster. It's probably synthesizer of 2025, easily the best synthesizer of 2025, hands down. Sonic State gave it to the Artemis or whatever it's called. I don't know if they gave it the best analog poly. If they did, fair enough. If they just gave it the best poly, no. The best poly synth of 2025, and maybe the best poly synth in history. Okay? Timestamp this. Echo, chop it and lock it in the vault with the rest of the clips. Korg Multipoly probably will go down as the greatest synthesizer ever made. That's what I'm saying. Price, sound, enjoyment, capability ratio, the 4X, it knocks them out of the park on all of them. When you do the 4X ratio on this, the Multipoly blows everything away. Easy. Easy. I got the HydraSynth Deluxe, full Monty. About to get into that in a little bit. All right, back to the show. All right, so we got the Electro Harmonics Ocean Abyss. Let's check the video out. It's probably some guitar dude. Let's watch the intro video on the big screen. Here we go. No. Moog 1 ain't the best, Vic Vega. Come on, bro. Moog 1 best? Moog 1 ain't the best, dude. But a lot of people say after all the firmware additions they have done over time, now the Moog 1 is like chef's kiss. I think Scotty, you know, the Vanilla Gorilla got a Moog 1. Scott McCulley Sounds. And he loves it. I'd like to know what he actually thinks. Maybe he'll talk about it later on SOAR. If you're listening, Scotty, is the Moog 1 really a $10,000 synthesizer, or is it a $10,000 hunk of wood that gives you stress every day, okay? Like a broken rocking chair, okay? Like a rocking chair where the dude didn't make the rock. So you're like, and every time you rock 4 or 5 times and you get up. That's not a rocking chair. That's not a rocking chair. That's a piece of trash, okay? Okay, hold on. The Abyss. This is the Abyss in the effects loop of the amp. Okay. Listen, you know what? This is a synth show, but you know what? Sometimes it's nice to hear an epic guitar riff. I told you earlier, if you weren't here for the beginning of the show, I'm about to get into white boy reggae. I'm about to do, I might change my name to Reggae Samurai, switch it right up, because I got a couple episodes in the 13 Days Beyond the Ice Wall, episode 2 specifically, which will be a reggae-themed moment right before the trip begins and we set off on our journey via aircraft to the ice wall. And Day 2, we spend our time in a reggae bar in southern Thailand, and that's where I'm going to be doing a reggae-inspired jam, which will be track number 3, if we count the prelude as track 1, on the 13 Days Beyond the Ice Wall. Potentially a 13-hour album, potentially 13 vinyls, potentially who knows what it might be, but it ain't going to be short, okay? So if you got that ADD, you know, you ain't for me, and I'm not for you. I just need to learn to play it. Actually, the only thing I need to learn to play on guitar is the white boy reggae chords that Machines One kindly sent me a tutorial how to do, and that solo. That's all I need to learn. I just need to learn that solo and the white boy reggae chords, and I'm good. Let's hear it. Come on, what do we got? Give us an intro to what this thing's packing.
This is Bill Rupert, and you've been listening to the new Ocean's Abyss from Electro Harmonics in New York City. The Ocean's Abyss Advanced Reverb Laboratory is the most advanced reverb EHX has ever made, and one of the most versatile and beautiful reverbs I've ever heard. There are 2 independent stereo reverb engines, delays, modulation effects, EQ, saturation, bit crushing, and more.
Basically, it's got everything you want, everything you need, everything your possible beautiful FX heart could desire. And it's laid out like that, which I think is gorgeous. It looks like the perfect example of screen placement, clicky buttons, tactile, wonderful levers, and and a beautiful switchboard. What do you want to call it? I don't know. Or knobs or whatever you call them. 30-foot knobs. And it sounds gorgeous, okay?
All assignable parallel or series in a selectable matrix. There's an effects loop, expression pedal input, foot switch, 128 presets, full MIDI control, USB-C, and an edit program that is soon to be released. The Abyss has 10 different reverb types, and I've recorded clips to let...
All right, cool. Let's see what they are. Hall, spring, plate, reverse, dynamic, auto, inf, whatever that means. Shimmer, I guess that's auto interference. Reverb, that listens to your playing and crossfades to a new reverb washed upon the direction of the newly struck notes and chords. 2 modes, Effect crossfade occurs, swell automatic. Okay. Obviously, auto INF is insane. Shimmer, polyphonic, resonant. I'm probably buying this pedal. Hate to tell you, I'm probably buying this thing.
Let you hear them. This first reverb is the Abyss plate.
Let's go. That's my white boy reggae reverb right there, the plate. Cool. What do you want to hear? Let's do. Anybody gonna put a friggin' synthesizer on this thing or what? All right, so that's a cool pedal. Let's move on. Bam. Wakey, wakey, Echo. Wakey, wakey. All right. If you don't know, this is my channel. Go like and subscribe. I also got a t-shirt shop I should show you because I don't do that enough. This is my t-shirt shop right here. Shout out to Pro Synth Network. We made a man's agreement back in the day that upon the Great Synth Symposium, the Global Synth Symposium that, you know, united forces. It was a peace summit between Pro Synth Network and the Bro Synth Network. Robbie and I came to agreement, and I said, you know what? In good faith, since you're an English gentleman, you're a good man, and now we've come to an understanding, I will retire the Bro Synth Network. But a lot of people have been asking for the merch because I took it off. So I said, you know what? How about this for some merch? The Bro Synth Shh. Now, is that not the best shirt you ever seen with those big, beautiful red Taylor Swift lips? Bro Synth Shh. Perfect. All right. So mine's coming right now. And I made this a cheap one. 26 bones, baby. If you can't afford 26 bones, okay, go back to school. If you can't afford $26. Just kidding. Just kidding. No. We all know that the people who didn't go to school make the most money, right? We all know that, okay? The people who quit high school and, you know, just said, you know what, I'm going for it, they're the ones that made the most money. Let's be honest. It's not the PhDs or graduates or the high school valedictorians or, you know. It's the people who said, you know what, I'm going to follow my dream. I don't give a crap about this nonsense they're teaching me in school, okay? I don't give a crap about all this stuff. And they said, I'm going for it. I'm following my dream. I'm going to make this. I'm going to make that. I'm going to hustle. I'm going to fail. And I'm going to try again. And I'm going to go and go and go and go. They're the ones with the most cash. All right. So Stealth Bro Synth Net shirt. The Bro Synth Shh. I got the classic one we made for DJ Wojtek. Custom shirt I made for him. He wanted a turntable on it, full blast. DJ Wojtek on the sleeve. Synth Renegade Mafia acronym on the other sleeve. Big, huge Sonic Portal on the back. All right. Last Man Standing Kumite shirts. We got the Biscuit King. Okay. Biscuit King is a little bit of folklore, limited edition. This won't be sale for long. We got the Biscuit King on the front. We got the big biscuit on the back with the crown, with the ketchup in the middle. We got the Synth Renegade logo on the side. We got another 2 biscuits on the sleeve because no one ever takes 1 biscuit. You always take 2. We got the black and yellow Behringer inspired jersey. Okay, black and yellow. I personally think that Behringer should run this campaign. They should make a whole campaign called Black and Yellow, and they should bring out the MS1 Mark II in yellow and or black. Switch them up. The black and yellow with the big Uli Behringer Cobra on the back. Bro Synth Network, or sorry, Behringer Bro Network on the sleeve. We got the Behringer Bro Mafia shirt. People were asking for it. I made it. I gave it to them. Black and yellow, Cobra on the sleeve. This one's wicked. I got a couple hoodies in there too, Behringer inspired. Because we love Behringer. We love the black and yellow. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa. Okay, we got the Machines One Custom, mint green. He wanted a little bit of mint. I gave him some mint. And then we got a bunch of other stuff. Anyways, I'll throw it in the chat. Go check it out if you want to. Like I said, I pretty much made that shirt so I didn't have to go to Walmart and buy my clothes anymore. I could just make it with my iPhone, and then I could go buy it. All right? I think I just heard the missus say, don't tell anybody we buy our clothes at Walmart. All right, back to the show. Let's go. Where are we? All right, that's my channel. All right, there we go. All right, so this is a cool one. So right here now, ASM HydraSynth just released their new update which gave a manager, a new ASM manager. Super easy to upload, download patches, everything, all that, and in between. Okay. What about my special shirt you made for Echo? Oh yeah, let me show Echo's shirt. Where is it? Did I exit out? Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I made a special shirt for Echo. Where is it? Where's Echo? I think I took Echo's offline because it was custom. Oh no, right here. So Echo Craft wanted a Kumite edition custom shirt with the most deadly, most epic Punisher logo of all time. So I gave him the Punisher logo there, Echo Craft logo on the sleeve, SRM acronym on the side, and Kumite 25 t-shirt. If you want your own custom t-shirt, just email me, tell me what you want on it, and I'll make it for you. How about that? And then I'll email you back and be like, shirt's done. And then you can go buy it, right? 35 bucks, whatever it costs to send it to wherever you live. And, you know, I get like $5 or something. So if you want a custom shirt, send me an email, tell me what you want on it. I'll make it for you and post it. And I'll even give you 2 revisions. How about that? For free, for nothing. Just because I can make stuff so fast, it's crazy. I'm the thumbnail king. All right. Back to the show, Echo. All right, this is Woody's Piano Shack. Obviously, he's a member of the community, and he does interesting videos. And I came across this video today, and it's about the HydraSynth, which I was just telling you before I was so rudely interrupted by Echo Craft. The new update, 2.2, and you get the SE patch bank. Now, I've got a HydraSynth Deluxe, and I love the silver. And when I heard this patch bank, I was pretty blown away. Let's listen. I fast forwarded the first little bit, but I'll throw Woody's channel down in the chat. I'm sure all you guys are subscribed to him anyways. Okay, so I'm going to throw this down in here. Subscribe to Woody. That's his channel right there. And yeah, SYNTH SAMURAI Productions at gmail.com. If you want a custom shirt, email me. Tell me what you want on it. I'll design it in my head. Send it to you. You can ask for a couple changes or something. And then at some point I'll just be like, bro, do you want the damn shirt or not? And then you'll be like, okay, cool, that's cool. All right, so let's get back to this. Let's listen to these patches, man. This is what makes the HydraSynth a monster.
Favorites. The first one then, 001, is called Delta Strings.
Before we get wooed by the Delta Strings, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, Echo, bro. Listen, I don't mean to interrupt you all the time, dude. It's just like, I'm just so fired up sometimes. That's one of the things I'm working on for the second half of 2025, since we're almost halfway through 2025 now. And God bless oranges. Okay, God bless oranges. God bless oranges. Okay, we're almost halfway through 2025, and I'm going to really try on working on suppressing my excitement when in the company of legends like Echo Craft, Hans Volt, Machines One, Dan Wrangler, you know, Harmonix, Sonics, anybody who I'm sitting down with, Space Capsule, Ashlyn, you know, anybody, Jumping Man, Rustic, Conductive, anybody I'm sitting down with, I'm going to be a little more mindful about suppressing my urge to get fired up. That's what that's one of the goals I have. That's one of the goals I have. All right. That's that polyphonic aftertouch. That's a beautiful patch. That's just one of the 100 and how many? One of the 100 and how many friggin' patches? Where does it say? I thought it just said somewhere. One of the, where is it? Oh, I know where it's got to be over here somewhere. Oops, that's for later. Oops, that's for later. Here it is. No, where is it? Hydra. Anyways, disappeared.
Yeah, beautiful. You'll see me using some of the polyphonic aftertouch on these sounds. as well. Let's just turn up my monitoring volume. Okay. So I'm going to jump to the home page now because I want to tweak some of the macro controls. Each knob can control, there's 8 of them, and each knob can control 8 parameters under the hood in the synth engine. I'll also have a fiddle around with the filter control.
All right, so for anybody who doesn't own a HydraSynth or HydraSynth Deluxe, this is probably one of the, I think, for your money, you cannot buy a better synthesizer than the HydraSynth right now. For your money, if you just want something that is the most versatile, highly enjoyable, sounds amazing, super expressive with the ribbon controller and the polyphonic aftertouch, an absolute beautiful macro control matrix, the most simplest layout of all time, and the ability to pretty much make anything from analog to, you know, absolutely out there sci-fi madness. This thing can do it all. It's a monster. And when you can pick a brand new 49 key one up for $12.99, you can pick a friggin', I got this for $1,100, the Hydra Deluxe, the 16 voice, 2-part bitimbral, polyphonic aftertouch enabled with a ribbon controller. It's a monster.
Let's take a listen to this. Oh, nice. Oh, sorry for that. Nothing was happening, and then everything happened.
Man, Resonance Blaster. Let's check out some other patches. What up, Colt, baby? Listen, what's up, Roy Droid Void? What's happening? Colt, dude, listen. I don't know if you have a HydraSynth or not, but I think you got a polyphonic aftertouch keyboard. Do you? Let me know in the chat. Colt, do you got a polyphonic aftertouch keyboard? If you do, bro, go buy a HydraSynth desktop and just friggin' go mental, man. It's, for a guy like you, dude, the HydraSynth, it will be such an addition to your setup, especially the desktop, especially if you've got a poly aftertouch enabled synthesizer. If you don't, pick up a friggin' HydraSynth 49 key, ask Echo, mind blowing.
It's quite.
Yeah, Jumpin' Man, what a quote. Nothing happens, then everything happens. That is the quote of the century, because that's fact. That is fact, baby. All right, so 2 lessons we learned tonight from Beyond the Ice Wall. 1, be mindful when someone is speaking to you to be at full attention and fully immersed in what they're saying. So immersed that you've stopped your mind from coagulating your next thought, and you're waiting for a pause so you can spit it out. Go full listen mode. It's hard, you know, but I think it's one of the greatest skills. And the second piece of advice is nothing happens, then everything happens. So you got to enjoy both. When nothing's going on, you got to take your time and relax, and enjoy yourself, pick away at projects, do your hobbies, enjoy yourself. Then when everything happens, you have to understand that you're ready for it and you filled up the gas tank with good vibes. So when everything starts happening, you can be like the Hulk and slow it all down.
Remarkable how these macro knobs can really transform the sound to make it something quite unique. Anyway, that was Space Demon. Let's move swiftly on. Why not? The next one is called Mellow Lead. Mellow Lead.
Yeah, the HydraSynth 49 key, and all of them have it. The Explorer is like $599, which is amazing. That's got polyphonic aftertouch. The 71 key, I think it is, polyphonic aftertouch. 49 key, polyphonic aftertouch. And guess what? Even the desktop has polyphonic aftertouch pads. It's the craziest synth ever for the craziest price.
Oh, nice dusty, crunchy sound here. Oh, gosh. So I was aiming for the F sharp. We got the F. Couldn't be worse. Once again, let's play macros. You can also completely ruin the sound as well, or make it worse. Nice delay.
Ah, Woody's very critical of himself. I like when I'm listening to that, I think everything sounds good. I'm like, dude, it's all sounding great. Don't worry, man. F sharp, F. What is the difference besides a little bit of shade?
Ooh. Transformed it to a guitar by opening up the filter.
This one patch alone is insane. It started with that lo-fi crunchy. Let's go. Should I go back? Let's go back a little bit.
Mellow lead.
All right, so I'm going to play this again because this is like a perfect example of how much fun the HydraSynth is. So this patch on here, super well thought out, very interesting, loaded with so much sonic that you actually makes your heart skip a beat, okay? It's hard to take a breath sometimes. I stop breathing when I'm listening to a patch like that because I want all internal functions shut down except for my ears so I can hear it in its fullest. And I forget to breathe. I get freaking synth apnea. That's when like a synthesizer patch or sound makes you, forget to breathe. Synth apnea, it's a thing. Look it up on PubMed. And that's what I get when I hear this patch. I'm just like, whoa. So let's listen from the start of it and the super crunch to what he ends with after he twiddles a little bit. And that's why the HydraSynth is such a gem, because you can get lost in it. It's like the multi-poly.
Oh, nice dusty, crunchy sound here. Oh, gosh. So I was aiming for the F sharp. We got the F. Couldn't be worse.
So just hear where it's going. Now he's going to hit the macros and this thing just morphs.
Once again, let's play macros. You can also completely ruin the sound as well, or make it worse. Nice delay. Ooh. Transformed it to a guitar by opening up the filter.
You freaking hear that? Do you hear that? That is synth magic. With a couple twists, that turned it into a crunchy, dusty, old broke down piano with the window open and a breeze blowing through. Now to one of the greatest guitar sounds ever created on a synthesizer, just like that.
Something real nice in the end there by just tweaking the macros and the filter. Amazing. Next one, Insomnia.
That's just two right there, right now. That sound pack is worth it. Like I said, I think there's 150 patches or something, 125 free patches. That's the other cool thing that ASM HydraSynth does, is they have a library and they have a group and they have people that are constantly putting beautiful sound packs for free on ASM's website. And then also you've got amazing sound designers out there, like Scott McCulley Sounds, probably one of the greatest sound designers of all time. Then you got James Dyson, one of the greatest sound designers of all time. You got GeoSynths, one of the greatest sound designers of all time. You got three of the greatest sound designers of all time making epic sound packs, okay? And the HydraSynth is one of those that has so many great third-party sound packs out there for the preset playboys like myself. And don't get it twisted. I can make patches. I've made some of the greatest patches anybody's ever heard, and I've made a bunch that nobody's ever heard. But I also love presets, okay? You know why? Because I like just turning on the gear sometimes and getting lost in Uli's bubble bath of sound. Sometimes I like just turning it on and I like surfing the presets as a preset playboy does. So there ain't no shame, okay, in being a preset playboy, okay? If anything, there's fame. Let's roll.
Yeah. Pull that one down. Oh. There's quite a nice effect just by pulling back the vibrato. Another CS80 inspired sound, I think you'll agree. Beautiful warm filters, just a touch of resonance. And pull it back.
Gives me a vibe in my pants too, man. It makes the hair on my legs stand up, is the vibe it gives me. You know, this is gorgeous. I'm downloading, as soon as we get off the Tron tonight, I'm getting on this preset pack and I'm going to dive in.
Gives you such a warm, fat sound, I find.
All right, so you go check Woody's video. It's amazing. I won't play anymore. You guys go check it out. I threw his channel down in the chat. Shout out to Woody's Piano Shack. And we're going to check something else here now from one of the other greatest patch designers of all time. Maybe he might be the hardest working patch designer of all time. Because every time I switch open YouTube, you know who's there? Ian Dixon, baby. The legendary, the one and only. And here's his preset pack for the Korg Multipoly. And why this interests me is because I am the proud owner of a Korg Multipoly desktop unit. And I can tell you now, unadulterated, straight facts, no synth oil salesman at all, the Korg Multipoly is one of the greatest sounding synthesizers I have ever played, and all the big names, all the big boys are coming out and saying the exact same thing, that the Korg Multipoly is an absolute vintage synth already. That's what they're saying, okay? Now let's check this out. This is the PPG Wave. So Ian Dixon, the cat, went out there, just threw his thing down in the chat. Go like, share, and subscribe. Ian Dixon down in the chat. This guy has taken. You don't need to go buy that $10,000 PPG thing off of Wolfgang. Or what's his name? Wolfgang? You don't need to go buy that off of him. If you want to, you can. But $10,000 is a lot of money, especially when you're down in the blue-collar synth bros. $10,000 is a lot of cash, okay? A lot of overtime, a lot of long nights away. It's a lot of money, okay, on top of everything else. But when you got the Korg Multipoly for a cool $800, now you get the whole PPG sound pack. And what I'm going to do for you here tonight is I'm going to play a little bit of Ian Dixon's video, and hopefully anybody out there with a Multipoly will go over and buy his sound pack, and hopefully a bunch of people right now will also go out and take cash, not credit card, and buy yourself a Multipoly and treat yourself, because you're synth blessed. You deserve it. Question from Rourke. Dang, Samurai, you using that Korg companion software? Awfully close to VSTD territory. Let me tell you something, Rourke. I don't touch any of the Korg software at all. Not into it, not interested, don't care. I went and listened to Alex by the Sea's video, and you know what's funny? Go check it out. I might play it after this real quick. We'll see how much time I got. But I listened to Alex by the Sea. Go check out his channel. Great channel. He actually made me buy the Multipoly, actually, so thank you for that. And he just did a video comparing the native software from the Multipoly to the actual Multipoly hardware. I heard so many differences. It made me so happy that I bought the hardware. I was like, and everybody in the chat was like, no, it sounds exactly the same. No. And I was like, listen, it don't sound the same to me. I'm hearing something. I don't know what it is. And I told everybody, I was like, I'm not saying it sounds better. I'm not saying it sounds worse, but I'm saying it sounds different. Maybe I'll play it in a little bit after we listen to this. Damn, that's what happens to multipoly. It blows your headphones out sometimes. What do you got next? One more. Okay, cool. That's all we're going to hear there. So anyway, shout out to Ian Dixon, one of the greatest patch designers of all time. Another legend. If you don't know, now you know. And let's go check out this video by, I think it's Alec by the Sea Multipoly. I think this should come up somewhere. Korg Multipoly with the software. Let me click it. Watch your ears. Cleanmyroom.com.
Too much Mac clutter?
Oh. You know what? You know what'd be cool? If they had like a, come on with the ads, your picnic photo. Hold on. Remove. I already got an app that does that thing, so. Okay. Alex C Synth, is that what it is? Alex C Synth. I thought it was Alex by the Sea or Alex by the Synth. Now I know it's Alex C Synth or Alex C. Huh. Alex C Synth. Cool. This video, you listen, you tell me what you think because I don't hear the same thing. All right? I don't hear the same thing. Let's listen. No, it doesn't echo. Echo's addicted to VSTDs. All right, let's listen.
Hey, it's Alex C here.
Alex C. Cool. Galaxy Alex C. I like it.
And today we are taking a look at the Korg Multipoly hardware versus the Korg Multipoly software comparison.
All right, now listen to this one. I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to stop it, and then I want you to tell me if you hear the difference that I'm hearing. I'm not saying to hear a better difference or worse, but it's not the same. Listen.
So the way that I have this set up is that the Korg Multipoly module here is running through my normal signal chain. So it's going into my patch bay, from the patch bay into my line mixer, and from my line mixer into...
All right, here we go. Tom Sawyer patch. First patch. Tom Sawyer patch, listen, and tell me if you hear the difference.
Either hardware or software. So that's the legendary Tom Sawyer sweep.
Hardware. There's a difference. I hear a difference. I hear, you tell me what you hear in the chat. I hear there's a different attack on the two synthesizers. I'm hearing a different attack time on both synthesizers. There's a different attack, which is then giving me a different sound. Okay, let's keep listening. That's a tough one. That one's same. different. See, there's a different attack on this thing. So that means the sound is different. Because someone could say, oh man, it's just the attack. It's just the attack. No, the attack is a massively important part of sound design. So if the attacks are different, they sound different. If a sound is coming in slower and the other sound's coming in faster, now the sound is different. Okay? There's a difference. Listen. Hear it? Hear it? That's one. The other one is. It's coming in slower. Bells are almost identical. Different. The first one, there's on the second one, the release is way slower. On the first one, it's releasing is longer. On the native, the release is slower, more stabby. Just listen. See? The second one's got a more of a ping. Ping, ping, ping. Ping, ping, ping. The other one is bing, bang, 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 bang. The other one's ping, ping, ping. Last one. The LFO and the movement's in a totally different position. So everybody out there who says that the VST native from Multipoly is exactly the same, I just proved it to you it isn't. Actually, I didn't prove it. Alexi proved it. I just showed you with a little bit of commentary on the side, and they're not the same. And if everybody's like, yeah, but it's just the ADSR that's off on a little bit on each because it was blocked. No, it's off, bro. Listen. The ADSR on a pad and the ADSR on a bell is completely different. Big difference. So even though it's a subtle difference, it's still different. There's no different scale. It's either this sound or that sound. It's binary. There's no like it's pretty much that sound. It's not, because it's different. So any variation in any of the parameters creates a different sound. That's why analog synthesizers back in the day are so crazy. You could have two Korg monopolys from different years, and they don't sound the same. It's because there's subtle variations in something going on there that's creating a drift or a noise or something, and that's the same. When cats design things, these just aren't the same. It might even be a parameter in something I don't even know about. No one's even told me. But my ears don't lie, and that sounds not the same to me. And I think, according to the chat, everybody agrees. So everybody agrees It sounds different. Yeah, and everybody changes a little bit anyways. All right, so what else we got here? I think that's it, man. For tonight, Synthopia, any other crazy news? Let's check one more page. Where is it? Older post. I don't think there's anything else. Free microtonal, don't care. Meta module, don't care. Arturia's Microlab 3, 100% don't care. Yeah, that's pretty much all we got, man. Slow news, this AI thing. Nobody cares about that either. Okay. Let me jump back here. So that's it, man. That's the show for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you had a good time. And I'm going to take off now because I got to go get some dinner. And you guys keep it real, and we'll talk later. Slow.